A deal on Dickens, who could resist? A stack of Austen, warmly kissed. Golden Age crime tales twist and turn, every page a treasure to learn. Books keep coming home with me, piles so tall they're all I see. Turn a page and sail the sea, reading always feels so free.
Hi, my name is Talia. Welcome to Talia Nerds Out. Just want to do a quick video about some of my plans coming up for June. So that will be both June on the Range, and the other event is the second time around for Luminous Libro's June's Journey with the Inklings. Oh, that reminds me, I need to reach down here. So the second year of June's Journey with the Inklings. And yes, this used to hang outside my office door when I was still able to work, when people could interrupt me, like if my door was open, I'd have it say "Speak, Friend, and Enter." And other points it would say no admittance except on party business. And this has been hanging outside my bedroom door, but I noticed that when I go live stream, I go live for my prayer times I do 4 times a day on my other channels. People would in the house will be very loud outside the door. I'm always afraid they'll be crossing, like they'll be able to be heard. So now I have a light I can turn on outside my door that says that I'm live, so I had to move this from outside my door so I could have that, on air sign outside my door. So now my sign for Speak, Friend, and Enter, no admittance except on party business, is now in this corner. I think it works here. It makes it look like I have an actual plan for my for my little recording area over here. No plan. It's just that this is convenient, and Morta Archer's a very helpful way of holding up this book. Hold up this sign. So yes, it makes me look like I actually have, like, I don't know, some sort of vibe I'm going for or something. But anyway, plans for June. So for June, besides Big Book Summer, which I've done a video for, I just finished recording a video for, I do have I discussed also Red, White, and June, but I will flash that across the screen. This is also a Big Book Summer book, but for Red, White, and June, I'm going to be doing David McCullough's John Adams. Probably won't finish this in June, but this is a plan for me to read this. And that's apparently focusing on the Revolutionary War, which is why I was like, oh, great, excuse to start John Adams by David McCullough. And David McCullough, once you get into it with him, he's really pretty easy to read. Plus, I'm very fond of John Adams, so I anticipate this not being a hard read at all. I've heard so many good things about that book. Also for June, there's June on the Range, and I only have one definite that I'm reading for June on the Range right now. I thought of doing Lonesome Dove, which I recently got, because that would have also worked for Big Book Summer, but honestly, I don't think that'll be done this year. I just have too many other things I want to read this time around, so I think Lonesome Dove might be pushed off to a different year. But the main one is my goal for June on the Range is The Antic Tales of Luke McGlue, the Dodge City Prankster. Heard about this first through the Homeschool Library's channel, Brad's channel. He and some guys that he does a Wild West podcast with, they put this out. And it's the Wild West podcast. They're both on, it says their website on buzzsprout.com. And also they are on YouTube as well. But put out, the author is Michael King, and it just sounds like a really cool story. The way he described Luke McGlue is kind of like this legendary prankster that they all blamed everything on who didn't actually exist. It just sounds like a fun story. And I really, really, really wanted to read that this year. So this is my main June on the Range planned read this year. Who knows if I'll end up picking up any of the shorter novels, but it's not currently on my radar to read anything else besides this for June on the Range, just because I have so many other things I want to read. So besides that, put this back here, the most of what I have to show for June is more related to June's journey with the Inklings. Because I the things that I'm still reading for Historathon Q2, there's going to be still the things that I've been reading. I'm not really too worried about going through that again, but I do want to show some of the other new things I'm planning on starting. So this one's not a start. This is a continuation. I started this last year, The Fellowship, The Literary Lives of the Inklings, and I think I made about halfway through this, maybe a little bit more. So this is what I read up to. This is the footnotes here. So I'd like to finish this for June because I wanted to finish this last year for Big Book Summer. It just didn't happen. But I'd like to finish this for June's Journey with the Inklings if I can. Also for June's Journey with the Inklings, because I finished Robin Hood, I'm looking for another fairy tale type book to read. Now, I do have, like, if I want to do something, I can dip in and out of that I've already started, which is The 12 Dancing Princesses. It's a collection of fairy tales. Reaching down for it. Put out by Sur La Lune Fairy Tales series. And I have several of their collections. But I kind of felt like I wanted one that worked with June's Journey with the Inklings, especially since Tolkien did have things that dealt with mythology. I have a feeling I'm going to be putting this aside for June. And I think that I want to start with Tolkien's Lay of Eotru and Itrun, which is supposed to be a seminal work that grew along with the two Corrigan poems presented beside this volume from comparatively short but intense period in Tolkien's life when he was deeply engaged with the Celtic and particularly the Breton myth and legend. And so this is a set of lays, which is exactly what I was looking for after having finished the original Robin Hood. I wanted something else I could kind of read aloud and steep myself in this fairy tale, ballad, mythology type reading that I knew I was going to miss once I finished Robin Hood. And this will still also kind of be like arguably Historathon adjacent since it's set in that kind of Celtic Breton kind of idea. Maybe a bit earlier than that, depending on how early this is supposed to be. If this is supposed to be like ancient Breton or if it's supposed to be more medieval. I have a feeling this might be supposed to be ancient, so it won't necessarily be a side quest for Historathon then. But this still works for June's Journey with the Inklings. The other one that I'd like to do is maybe, and this would be if I finished the Lay of Itrun, would be Sir Gawain and the Green Knight, Pearl, and Sir Orfeo, through magnificent translations by renowned author, The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings trilogy. So I think reading King Arthur Legend is not a bad step to go to next after having finished Robin Hood either. And the nice thing is it's a nice pocket size to carry with me. Now this one I see as being probably the easiest of the Tolkien reads that I have here, which is The Adventures of Tom Bombadil. And this is all his poems. And these are just, if I just wanted to quickly speed through something, this probably should be the first one I actually start. But at this point, it's not planned to be the first one I go to. It might be the second one after I finish the Lay of Eotru and Itrun. But kind of, even though it's not really fairy tale myth the way these two are, I would want to do it sequentially with the myth and fairy tale ones that he has here, just because it also is poetry. So that's my plan for June's Journey with the Inklings. A little bit of my plans for, or what is my plan for June on the Range, as well as Red, White, and June. June's going to be a bit of a busy month, but I do look forward to it. So we'll see how much I end up posting on BookTube during this period of time. I do want to try to keep up with my BookTube reviews a little bit better. I have several that I need to still review. Probably as soon as I finish this video, I should do a quick review of No Wind of Blame, since I'm kind of feeling in the mood to do some recording. Should probably take advantage of that. Anyway, thank you very much for joining me. Hope that you have a very blessed day, and I will see you next time. God bless. Bye-bye.
Books keep coming home with me, piles so tall they're all I see. Turn a page and sail the sea. Reading always feels so free.